Good morning, good morning, good morning, CSL West Georgia. My name is Kathy Mathis, and I am your host today. And I thank you for being here and celebrating us with a fantastic and joyous Sunday here at CSL West Georgia. Why? Because we are better together. Today, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mike to open us with his outstanding speeches. He does every Sunday. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning and welcome. I want to thank you for joining us in this spirit of perfect harmony. We are the Center for Spiritual Living West Georgia. We study and practice the philosophy and science of the mind we know as God, according to Ernest Holmes. And with our spiritual presence and our participation in the service this morning, we actually create a higher state of consciousness, rise above all that negative energy that may have prevailed this past week, and manifest love. We know love is synonymous to God, the most powerful yet most gentle force in the universe. Without further ado, I will introduce our guest speaker, Diana Johnson. Diana?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We will like to welcome, before Diana, we would like to welcome Nelta, our meditation person. Thanks. So, Nelta, please come on up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And if you would, please join me with the morning meditation and close your eyes and just relax and find the peace from within. I want you to visualize a beautiful silver crystalline waterfall. It sparkles, it shines. It's very beautiful. I want you to see this beautiful crystalline waterfall enter through the crown chakra at the top of your head. And now we're going to have it move down through the chakras in the body. As it flows down through the chakras, the flow of energy will expand out into all of the cells. It moves down through the third eye chakra, sending healing energy throughout the head area to every cell in that area. And it moves down to the throat chakra, sending out healing energy to every cell in the throat chakra area. You can feel the energy. It's beautiful and peaceful. You know it is healing as it moves down through the body. Now it's moving down to the heart chakra and sending out energy to all of the cells in that area of the body. The healing energy is moving down to the solar plex chakra, sending healing energy to all of the cells in that area of the body. The healing flow of energy is moving down to the sacral chakra. It's sending out healing energy to all of the cells in that area of the body. And now the healing energy is moving back down to the root chakra, sending out healing energy to all of the cells in that part of the body. You can feel the healing energy moving out through all of the cells. It's beautiful and peaceful and has great power. It heals everywhere it touches. It's moving throughout all of the cells in the body. The body has all of the energy that it needs to remain balanced and in harmony. Any excess energy that is not needed by the body to function in complete balance and harmony is passed out throughout the legs and feet. Anything that the body does not need is passed through the legs and feet, and it's passed to the world as excess energy that anyone else can use. Now the body is in complete balance and harmony. I have a good body. I have a strong body. I have a healthy body. And my body is functioning in complete balance and harmony. Functioning absolutely perfectly. This is the way it is, and this is the way it shall be. And now integrate yourself back into this room, feeling wonderful. And so it is.
Morning.
Morning.
I invite you all to go within and let's just give ourselves permission to enter into this space for our opening treatment. This is what I know. There is only one power, one presence. I call it God. It's everywhere present. It's divine. It is who I am. This divine presence is through me. It is the cause of everything I do. I know this for myself, and I also know this for everyone that's sitting here right now. It's from this place that I speak my words of affirmation for wholeness, for healing, for this service, for everyone that's here, that they know the truth about themselves. They know the truth that God is all there is. There's nothing outside of that. And as I speak these words, knowing the truth that God is all there is, I also affirm and know that everything is available for everyone. And as we embrace this, live this, know this, walk in this, we give ourselves permission to continue throughout our lives, through the day, through the weeks, the months ahead, knowing that the presence of God is always with us. And as I release these words into the universe, knowing that every word that I've spoken is true, that it would not return void, I release these words now saying it is so, and I ask you to agree with me if you agree with these words, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana, for that wonderful treatment. So please stand so we can go ahead and say our vision and our mission statement. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. I believe there is only one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow this divine mind to express in, as, and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create a life filled with health, love, peace, and success in all things. I use it and I rejoice in it. And so it is.
And so it is. And you please remain standing and sing with Connie and I. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. Pure Spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. It's pure Spirit. We are light. We are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. Let's do that chorus again. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. It's pure spirit.
So it is. Let's welcome Lily. She will be doing our reading for today.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. And welcome our speaker to our center. Thank you. When Sandy asked me to do the reading, and I didn't know, which one to choose. So she told me just go with my heart, my feelings, and with spirit. And, as long as it was, pertaining to the principles and teachings of the science of mind, that was. So I searched through all the books I had, and I couldn't really find anything, but I did find something. So this is what spirit directed me, to us to read today. Okay. The reading is taken from Dr. Holmes's radio program, This Thing Called Life, and it was broadcasted on August 6, 1950. And it was also published, in the Science of Mind magazine, the July 1953 edition. And it is Dr. Ernest Holmes's prayer for our country. Believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression for all, we offer this, our prayer for our country. We know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activities of all who guide its affairs. We know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom
and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. We know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. We know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. We know that no one can believe or be led to believe that freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country. We know that every leader in this country is now directed by this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem. Each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace shall come to all. And we know that this spiritual democracy shall endure, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Lily. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see all of you. Hello. This is one of my favorite songs. It's based on a Buddhist teaching. It's called Metta. To all of my relations, look you in the eye, 'cause we are all related. It's written in the sky, and we can sing this simple song to everyone along the way. We can sing for the ones we've wronged. It heals the wounds from yesterday. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be loved. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful, may you be loved. To all of my relations, I bow to you, 'cause we are all related. A common thread runs right through, and we can sing this simple song for the ones in pain, and we can sing for the suffering. May these words melt away their pain. May you be well. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. And all of the beings and all of the creatures, they all hold the secret. They all are our teachers, and we're learning the lessons of love, 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 compassionate love. And what if all creation sang this song to you? Could your heart become the home to mix this love into. Then this simple song travels on everywhere you go, and it becomes your beating heart, yes, and the rhythm of your soul. Sing it with us. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. One more time. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, again. And thank you, Cynthia, for the beautiful song. Again, Diana Johnson, and I proudly serve as a practitioner at Centers for Spiritual Living in Atlanta under the Reverend Dr. David Alexander, and I also like to include his family, his wife, 2 sons, mother, father, and of course, SLCA family, and then again, you all, because thank you again for having me here. I was a bit shy the first time I was here, but because of the work that I've been doing on forgiveness, which is what my talk is about today, my confidence level is up because the healing takes place when you really start forgiving and understanding what forgiveness is. So I added also forgiveness, responsibility, and accountability. When Sandy asked me a few weeks ago if I would come back, she asked me if I knew what I was going to talk about. And off the top of my head, I said forgiveness and accountability. This was several weeks ago, I think back in February. February 23rd, after I finished my meditation, got quiet. Well, I was quiet doing meditation, but after I finished, I was just sitting there, and I heard, you got to take accountability and responsibility for your life. And I was like, okay, God, not realizing I had said to Sandy I was going to talk about this also. So throughout the day, forgiveness just kept coming, forgiveness. And as I continued to do work around forgiveness, forgiveness is healing also. It's a part of healing. Forgiveness is something that we constantly have to do. I know I've done things knowingly, unknowingly, that may have put me in a position to not forgive or someone not forgive me. So with that said, I like to say that I must forgive the way God forgives. We all must forgive the way God forgives. Now, I use scriptures and I use the Aramaic Bible. I know some of you might know about the Aramaic Bible, and Aramaic is the language that Jesus spoke. In Matthew 6:14, it says, Jesus said, who is our master teacher, that, for if you forgive men or people or whatever of their faults, your Father in heaven, which is God, the universe, will also forgive you. I had a problem with that at first because I used to think, well, God forgive us. God doesn't hold anything against us. No, God doesn't hold anything against us. We do. It's us that has to do the forgiveness. Also in Matthew 6:15, Jesus said, "But if you do not forgive men, people, whatever, neither will your Father forgive your faults." Okay, that goes back to what we know as the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. If we don't forgive, whatever is happening to us, it's going to come back to us. Forgiveness is a complete and unreserved trust in the goodness and loving kindness of God. Once we practice that, it's a daily practice. Once we practice that, we know that the divine mind of God, we know the divine mind of God is pure. It's pure. It holds nothing against us. It's us holding things against us. I've had people to ask me to forgive them just recently, and I just say it's nothing to forgive. And they can't understand that, and I have to say, because I'm not holding it against you. I had to learn to release everything. When I forgive, and hopefully when each one of you forgive, you'll understand that you're manifesting peace, love, joy, abundance, and compassion. That all comes with forgiveness. And I call that, also in Science of Mind, it says it's entering into that secret place of the Most High. And when I read that, I said, okay, that's Psalms 91. And I wrote down some of what Psalms 91 talks about. He who dwells in the protection or the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty God, Spirit. It is a place where we know that we're okay, that we're receptive to the good of God. We're open to all that goodness that God has for us. Forgiveness is healing, as I said. It restores us to wholeness. In Science of Mind, it says it's a way to uncover our perfection. Because in the mind of God, we're already perfect. But when we walk in forgiveness, we are not allowing that perfection to come forth. We're just not allowing it to. And sometimes we don't even know that we're walking or acting in unforgiveness. Just life, just part of life. Also, forgiveness, I said, was also healing. And healing is a revealing of the truth that we know that God is all there is. God is all there is. We know this. It's a revealing of truth. In Matthew 9, verse 5, chapter 9, verse 5, Jesus also said, which is easier to say your sins have been forgiven or to say arise and walk? And I also say your unforgiveness, which is easiest. And then in verse 6 it says, Jesus said, but that you might know the Son of Man or people has authority on earth to forgive sins or unforgiveness. Then he said, take up your quilt, take up what you've done and go to your home or go to your business. Go about your business, because that's a way of releasing forgiveness. In Science of Mind, on page 437, 438, I was just reading it this morning, and Ernest Holmes says it's easier to forgive. He asked, is it easier to forgive or heal? Laboring under the burden of unforgiveness makes it impossible to be healed. So if we're walking around in unforgiveness, hey, we just can't be healed in whatever areas we need to be healed. The divine mind of God is pure to behold. evil and knows nothing about, the divine mind of God is too pure to behold evil or unforgiveness, knowing nothing about all that other stuff. The divine mind of God is pure, is pure, is pure. And once we understand that, it's helping me to walk more in forgiveness. I want to share a personal story. A few years ago, when I was attending another church, the minister talked on our natural father. I'll be 70 this year. I've never known my natural father. My mother left this earth without ever telling me, and it was a conversation we used to have all the time. I labored under unforgiveness toward her because I felt like she should have told me. During that time of unforgiveness, I was excessive in drinking. I was excessive in overeating, bad attitude. And at this particular church, when this minister talked about this and the father, I got in my car and I started driving. And all of a sudden, I started praying for my father, somebody I didn't even know. I knew I had an earthly father because how else would I get here? I started praying, asking God to forgive this man that I did not know. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff coming up. And as I was driving, I also started praying for my mom because my mom had a wall where we couldn't communicate. And I don't know if it was because of the relationship with who my father was. We never talked about it, but now that I'm older, I really believe this. But I prayed for her to forgive my father, who I didn't know, my earthly father, who I didn't know. When that happened, things started changing in my life. Fast forward, I took a class called Radical Forgiveness. Some of you may have heard of it. Colin, I think Tippins wrote that book, but when I took the class, we learned how to write what we felt about someone, and mine was always around unforgiveness. So I called it sheeting. You write. So I would just write about how I felt about my mom not telling me about my dad, me not knowing my dad. I just didn't know him, but I had unforgiveness also at that time because I didn't know him, which is crazy. But it's all part of unforgiveness. But when I started doing the work on unforgiveness, my life changed. It really changed, and it's constantly changing. And also in Matthew 18, Jesus instructs us to forgive up to 7 times, 70 times 7. And I used to think, okay, well, I can do the math. But when I looked up the number 7, which is interesting, 7 is identified with being finished or complete. It's divine perfection. And if you are a Bible scholar, you read the Bible, it references 7 a lot. A lot of people don't get into numerology, but why else is it in the Bible? Why else do they use numbers? The universe uses numbers. And this is one of the times that I looked it up, 70 times 70. It is a limitless number of times, which means forgiveness is limitless. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. It's not a situation where, okay, I've forgiven you. I still think about it. I won't forgive it. I won't forget it. And I've heard people say, and I've even said it, I forgive you, but I won't forget. So to me, I haven't really done the forgiveness work. There are things that have happened now, and when I try to think about it or people bring it up, I can't even remember what it's about. I know that part of forgiveness is done. Now, responsibility and accountability. it's my responsibility, and I would think all of your responsibility, to take into account as to whether or not you will forgive. And I believe and know it's a moral, legal, and mental act. Wow, moral, legal, the law. We speak things, and then mental, whatever it is that we're thinking. It's a choice. It's a choice that we have. God gave us all a choice. So we can choose to forgive, or not forgive, or forgive. And then the consequences of our actions of forgiving, can't nothing but good come out of forgiveness. There are some things that come up with me, and I'm not ready to release it. And then I think about some things that I've gone through. Hey, I'm forgiving. I forgive it all. I forgive it. My prayer is I forgive things knowingly and unknowingly that I've done or haven't done, or things that I may have said to hurt people or whatever. It's a constant form of healing. Forgiveness is. It goes, to me, hand in hand with healing, because that God, as I said, doesn't hold anything against any of us to forgive us. So if we can think about that and remember that it's us that's walking around being unforgiving, and then think about God. In the Bible, Spirit tells us, it's blotted out. If God held unforgiveness, that means we're serving an unforgiving God. No, can't happen. Can't happen. Can't happen. We have to answer for our conduct in every way. And in taking responsibility and accountability for our actions, there's got to be a trust and an integrity, which are all attributes of God. We got to stop blaming, making decisions to receive anything that's not godly. I'm very cautious now with certain words: sin, evil, ungodly. But forgiveness is a daily practice, just like our prayer work, just like our knowing that God is all there is. We have to constantly walk in forgiveness that we know, because we're the only ones that's not forgiving. It's not God. Even though God is within us, God give us free choice to do whatever it is that we do, say, or think. But I choose to walk in forgiveness. Thank you for having me. And that ends my talk.
Thank you very much. Forgiveness works, that's for sure. We all know that. I hope we do. We've got a song for you, Connie and I do. It's a song that our speaker reminds me of, because she didn't talk about her health challenges today, but she did last time, right? And when I think of her, I think of miracles. So this song is for you. All my life I've been carried by grace. Wait a minute. I gotta change keys. Sorry. Got it now. Okay. All my life I've been carried by grace. Don't ask me how, 'cause I can't explain. It's nothing short of a miracle around here. It's a miracle right here, for sure. We're all miracles. I've got some blessings that I don't deserve. I've got some scars, but that's how you learn. It's nothing short of a miracle around here. I think it over and it doesn't add up. I know it comes from above. I've got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. You hold me steady so I wouldn't give up. You open doors that nobody could shut. I hope I never get over what you've done. I wanna live with an open heart. I wanna live like I know who you are. I hope I never get over what you've done. It's not coincidence and it's not luck. I know it comes from above. I've got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. You want to sing with us this time? I've got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. 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 And ain't that the truth? Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia and Connie. That was very, very nice. It is now time for our conscious giving. So let us read together the conscious giving affirmation. Freely and joyfully I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others as well as myself. And together we say, I'm sorry. Ronnie's walking around, and please be
Freely I
joyful.
give, freely I give. I'm giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Freely I give, freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. And I wrote that song just for us.
Wonderful. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You see how our members, they step up and step out? Thank you. And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life and our community and our world. So today we have taken up all of our giving. Just to let you know, we do give online. We also, let's see here, we give online.
Yep.
We've given it.
And if you're giving online, you can put one of those little cards in the offering plate.
Right, thank you. Thank you. So let's
Anything
does
else,
anyone have any
Ronnie? Ronnie's
announcements?
the expert. Why don't you tell us, Ronnie?
Yeah, Ronnie.
You come talk about giving. Okay, good.
Yes. I think Ronnie should talk about it all the time.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank everyone for contributing so generously over the past 6 months. We have recovered month by month by month, and we're going to be talking way more about this when we reschedule our town hall meeting, which got canceled due to illness. But anyway, we will be doing that maybe in another month, and we want to be very informative and transparent with everyone, so we hope that all of our community will be here at that time. We'll let you know when it is. And we'll be talking about how we've recovered, where we are financially today, and what helped get us there. And one of the things, of course, we give when we're here, everybody is contributing. We also have an online giving service, which allows people to give on a regular basis, even when they're not here, which is wonderful because that keeps the lights on. And we're so grateful to be able to stay in this place. And then also, on the back of your bulletin, if anybody wanted to give electronically or online, there's information on the back of the bulletin that allows you to do that. We'll be talking more about that also at the town hall, handing out information, the process for setting up an account for giving online and all of that. But where we are today is we need to start advertising now. So we've come to that point. It is not in the budget yet. However, we're going to spend it anyway. So because it's important. And so we're asking everyone over and above your giving, if you have every Sunday, I've put a basket over here. It's a love offering for advertising. So $1, $2, $5, anything you can give over your regular giving to help us offset the money that we will be spending for advertising, because we know there are lots of people out there that want this teaching and this philosophy. They just don't know we're here. So we need to start reaching them now. So that's why the basket is there. If you have 50 cents, $1, $5, whatever, when you leave, if you could just throw some change and to help us offset the cost. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know, on top of that, since we are trying to grow our church, we are looking for members to come out with us when we go out to talk about CSL West Georgia. So a lot of time it's just been the board. So now we would like to open this up to the community. Of course, once we set the dates, we will let you guys know and ladies know. So that will generate a lot of energy around our center and just us personally as we grow in our faith with CSL West Georgia. And so as a matter of fact, I think we should start putting a list. Like, Ronnie, we should put a list together where people can sign up when we do decide to go out into the community and ask for, bring people in. Okay? So let's see here, anything else? Does anybody else would like to say anything in regards to our closing information? Yes. This afternoon, we do have something going on. We have our regression hypnosis today at between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. With Nelta, our own Nelta Skara. So please stay afterward if you can. We would love to have you here to experience this. Let's see here. Did I miss any other announcements? What did I miss? Okay. I just have to stay turning around, okay? Easter Day meditation and crystal singing bowls and songs with Nelta Scara and Emily Bryson. So we look forward to that. And that's going to be on April the 9th at 11 a.m. at the Center for Spiritual Living, which is us, West Georgia. So we do have a lot of things going on. All right, so that is the end of the announcement. Now, Marcia, you can lift up your head and sit proud.
I think she's
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's see here. Our announcement, we will do our closing affirmation.
all right. Let's do it.
We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good goes from us, and only good comes to us, and so it is.
And we like to close with a peace song. If people want to stand and hold hands or form a circle,